Okay, Mary, what's up? Are you retiring to bed? I mean, I don't get this. What else do I have to do? Ludney, hello! Sup? Good night. We did it! No more bees. Trophy earned, end of chapter 2. Cool. I never want to see that ever again. Ever. No more bees. Permanently, no more bees. It's been 3 days since Shimio's defeat. Mashita, there we go, has left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. That's just gonna be how it goes. I'm always gonna forget that the chapter technically starts later. Listen, we still celebrate. And I'm doing good, Lunmi. How you doing? We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. Good work, Lady Christie and Lord Blipbot. Snacks! Bring me some. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seems optimal to contain something of interest. I probably read that wrong. Christy and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Blipbot, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about H Shrine? I forgot. I really did forget, actually. I don't remember at all. What? You lost that memory? Yeah, yup, that's exactly what happened. My memory's just not shit. It's in the forest by H Castle. Birdie, hello! I was thinking maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's what Shimio's note said, right? Everything happened in the forest is the divine wrath of H Shrine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity? God, read. Are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Oh, thank you for stopping in then. Good luck with wherever you're going, friendo. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of wrath of gods. Isn't there value in looking into it? Yes? Where's the yes option? Exactly what I'd expect from you, always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So, Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. If the cause is H Shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? The same way you found everything else, my guy. The same way you found everything else. Also, we have 4 viewers and 20 comments, 420 displays. Hey, okay, moving on. Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H Shrine? Oh shit, she's coming with us? Bro, you are the disappoint. I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian deity of the Kujo family. You won't look stupid at all with a doll in your arms. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shrine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Something pops and they've just fucking yeeted at the spirit? No. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I'm sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. I am. You look worn out, and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Do I have to pick a partner? Oh. Let's go. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Blipbot. That's why Christy wasn't an option with the bat handgun. Oh, because she has to survive. Have you read the files over? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. These clippings cover every incident in each city in the surrounding area. Was Miss Cujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? Hello, Lumi! Did you get me noms? No, not as far as I can tell. They're all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the files back. Alright, should we head out soon? Okay, why did that happen now? That gotta be important for something. I cry? No noms for me. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arc. There's still a long way to go. Do I have to manually walk through all this? You don't know that. It might be really effective. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. This is not a picture needed. I'm very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I've not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman, this is a very precious experience. Stop flirting with me. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Wait, is Mary a life-size doll? A magic doll? Is she not alive to others? Yeah, she's life-size. She's like a possessed doll. She's like a child-sized. I thought when my character walked in, he thought she was a corpse at first. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. But if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. We reached the old Tory gate with no trouble. Weren't there lots of wasps? Oh! They're not here anymore. They seem to be sleeping. Yup. It's most likely because Shimio is now gone. A shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk toward the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's a bunny! It's that rabbit again! So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Blipbot. You are correct, it is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us. Then disappears toward the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too. No, I'm like so super fucking paranoid of bees and wasps and just anything that flies with a stinger. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans, we know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the tour gate and up the stone steps. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this H shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrine gives me the creeps. Let's hurry and get into blah, 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 blah. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't have to stay here long. Okay. Yep. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura? Iwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. Headless Buddhist statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. There's a mirror here. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Shintai. Shintai? Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The ghost Shintai is outside and the altar's empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. H shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddha statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened. No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around each city were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Blipbot. The shrine was subsequently dug up, and the statues were stolen. So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues. Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned into divine wrath and given birth to the marking spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? Or whatever, I like how I actually say that. About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I'm sure the spirit that gave her mark is somewhere in the forest. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to... You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. Oh, I can keep looking. Wait. I have to walk? They literally just said her. Yeah, really. We leave H Shrine walking down the beach trail toward the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tale, but for some reason, I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. It's almost like she said there were spirits everywhere. Oh. Oh, that's the car. Vroom, vroom. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted, I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Christy starts in on her theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimio was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Shimio wandering around, it couldn't just be coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit, don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Blipbot, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Oh, that's fucking creepy. Hello? She got marked at a gas station. Let's go. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Oh, in a car, that's... ooh. Christy and I step out of the car. Oh. Gah! Ooh, that's not good. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look, someone's over there. Oh. A small girl steps out of a telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night. Aita? I got to talk with Hana Yome. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. What? Oh my god. Oh, a rather round young man appears. Notes. Translator notes. Hayome means birdie. Bride. Oh, bride. Okay. They put me in the game. God damn it. Stepping out of the shadows. You got your question answers, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. Hanayome sure is amazing, though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap I dropped. What's Love and Hero? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. Bruh, it really is you? They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain. Oh, Eita, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy. What do you think? I turned, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Well, there goes Christy hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey, lady, don't be mean to Aita. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayome, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayome you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier the mark was hurting, so maybe... You guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on, what is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar, yeah? I saw an article in oooh Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not true at all, right? Right? That's what in... Listen. I'm just reading the words put in front of me. Sounds like it heard the rumors, but chose not to do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. I've got one of those too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayome. That's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. Now we're the child kidnappers. Yeah, they just came with us. We just kidnapped 2 children. They don't even... I think Mary's still in the car. Could practically be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. Oh, partially be. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. There's your answer, Burra. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. Told you she's in the car. I take a sip of my soda now. First, we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Eita Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us that they met through the readers column in oooh Arts Monthly. Oop. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayome and Eita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother kept a close eye on her after school, and she needs permission to go out, so she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Hanayome is just as famous at my school as Hanahiko is. Hey, Eita, please tell them about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. They're just rumors I read, but... I see that bride thing you mentioned earlier, Burra. This is also the preview image on my save file every time. That's a long neck. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in each city? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find what you're looking for. It's a long neck because it's also in the little guide inside of the thing, and I saw a picture of what her face looks like. It's a long neck. One of my friends actually tried it. We went to that specific phone box that lets you talk with the ghosts. Oh, it's worse than just a long neck. I'm not spoiling. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? He heard a woman whisper. So he did what the rumors said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see? His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, want to come with me? There. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. The doll really talked. I can't say I expected that. Then does that mean all the stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Aito with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. Seems like Aita in particular has already experienced some memory loss, something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. Bruh, it really is you! And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayome. They both believe in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Aita, they're likely from Hanayome, and Lady Christie. The feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It is not for children, no. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that. I think there are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the A Highway parking lot is one, and the one at T Mountain Rest Area, that's the one Miss Christie went to. And Aito, where's the last one? At the park by T Apartment Complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know. The BBS I read didn't say. Mister, do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us all the marks? I mean, probably, yeah. But the rumors about Hanayome go back 5 years, and no one's mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark. Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Hanayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? That's true. I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for, that's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Blipbot. Those rumors are true. Why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. What does that have to do with anything? Christie's right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. Bleeding statues, me. Historical statues of God and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the Yeah, see, exactly. Lord Blipbot, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seem to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is, but it is true it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christy and Ada facing off against a spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. I mean, I've already killed 2 kids. No turning back, I'll figure something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Your secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already? Please investigate T Mountain and the Park by T apartment complex. Oh shit, I get multiple places to go. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I have to pick a partner, right? God. Why is he sweaty, too? Like, why did they need to add that detail as well? Oh, okay. That's the, yeah. I know, but like, why? Let's go to the rust area first. The phone booth stands solitarily on the edge of the vacant rest area. Christy, yeah. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run in the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Christy doesn't seem bothered by it. She's completely focused on that phone box. I must have gotten my mark from Hanayome back then. But I was completely oblivious I wasn't exactly in the right state of mind. Rumors say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Probably not. It only rang after I stepped in it. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Christy will have to go in. You aren't thinking I'll do it, are you? Dangerous jobs are best left to men. Oh, you sexist. You do it! It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I'll have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation. On the night of 2/8/1990X, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify H Police Department. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened there. Ring ring! I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see it? Alex! Hello! Bye-bye! Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to my bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? She asks a second time. The room is mentioning that I should say... Nope. Very seriously, I say I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayome is supposed to tell you where the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me, 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 tell me. I'm not reading all that. The line goes dead. Squeak! The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. That's me reading the one Vera wanted me to read. Squeak! I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. It is the woman we just called on the phone. Her name's Hanayome. She's supposed to help you find lost things. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this mark really the work of a divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Christy comes up to me. You don't look well. What happened? I tell Christy about my conversation with Hanayome. What? That's not in the rumors. Christy's brow furrows in confusion. Should we go check out the other phone box for now? Maybe there's a clue there. We can also see if you can ask again. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is in the park by T Apartments in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. Can I look around? I don't have a flashlight, so the answer is no. Yes. Talk to Mary. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box. You say Hanayome acts strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. Okay. What? I gotta go to the park. I thought it was the apartments, but I guess it's the park. I guess I was wrong. I guess I have amnesia already. Oh my god, I'm marked. I see a small park tucked between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. They said this was the phone booth from the Hanayome rumors, right? Would a spirit really appear in the middle of the city like this? Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayome hung up on me. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratch my head. Don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Suddenly I hear that strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumor. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Christy, go back to the car. There's something I want to try. But it might end up backfiring on me. Sure. I don't know what you're going to do, but please be careful. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a message from Aita. Yeah? It's about the latest information on Hanayome from the BBS. Take a look. Christy hands me a note written by Aita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayome. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I. P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. What? Don't say I? This is it? Yeah, that's all. Anyway, Aita said he wasn't sure it would come in handy. I'll keep it in mind. Christy returns to the car. It's not lost in translation. It's a... because this is the one ghost I'm slightly spoiled on. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth, too. Senor Lungs! Hello! Just like the one at the rest area, this looks like it's been here for a few years. Young woman kidnapped. A young local blah, 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 blah. I fuck up already. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you are a witness to this crime, please notify the police. MPD. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw at the rest area had the exact same date. Coincidence? I think not. The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing on gum on the other end of the phone. An icy, cold voice speaks. I nearly vomited while eating Cheers today because of last night's stream. Oh. I'm sorry, buddy. Did you see it? So it told me not to go with the rumors. So I'm gonna click I saw it. You saw it, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. The voice cuts off. Oh, hi! Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can't see it. Oh no! I'm definitely gonna die. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes, or eyeglasses? A telescope? Oh god. Telescope. Telescope! It sounds like something's searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color? Red, pink, green? Red, pink, green? Red? Do I say pink because it doesn't have an E in it? Pink? I'm gonna say red. What are these names in Japanese? Kusa's green. Aka is red. Yeah, Aka. Okay. Green is Midori. I don't know what pink is. Ah! It's either red or pink. It's definitely not green. I'm gonna say red? No! Oh! Maybe pink. Okay. Maybe pink. Okay, I think it's this one. If I say I think it was red, that's I. Okay, okay. Woo, I did it! You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Yeah. Your dreams? Romance? Love? Which do you choose? Dreams, romance, love. Definitely my dreams, romance is great. I believe in love. Definitely my dream. Romance? Okay. This one sounds safest. Oh, my, because my sounds like I. Okay, there we go. Woo! 100%! Food. Food's right. Sip soda. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did blah 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 blah. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answer. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. I exit the booth and Christy rushes up to me. My mark started hurting out of nowhere. Did it go all right? I tell Christy about what happened in the telephone booth. I have no idea what that means. Guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Something's on the ground there. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying next to the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before we went into the box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko. I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw on the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I ask Christy what they think. Christy looks deep in thought. What is it? Oh, nothing. Well, we've checked out all the boxes, so let's head back to the mansion. Something still bugs me, though. Yeah. We should probably head back for now. We did it! And I still can't look around. I cry. Leave. Yes. I lived! Yeah, I'm alive! Hey, Mr. Blimpbot, you know those posters and the bit of stationery we found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? Wow, Christy, you really are a legendary reporter. What made you say that? What do you think? Really? Really? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... Christy turns toward the shelves with the files. Files full of articles on criminal cases. The dates were 5 years ago, right? So that's why they were mentioned. She is trying her best. All the bully. She's supposed to be famous. Then there might be an article on what happened there in those files. We could use some more help. Maybe Aita and Suzu can give us a hand. Go ahead and call them over. Hey! All four of us begin reading the files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in each city. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I found it. The victim's name is Saiko. The date is February, 5 years ago. Gotta be it. Christy lays the file out on the desk and we all peer at it. The files are articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. Say 5 years ago 6 more times, please. The victim's name was Saiko Hasegawa. Apparently she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. Uh-huh. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Aita. But I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Saiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Aita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Saiko had a mental breakdown, and in the end she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as the reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayome's phone boxes. According to the article, the incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park, assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by a highway. The phone booths connected Hanayome and Saiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Saiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange, it was there and not where she committed suicide. Did Hanayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then the note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Saiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic, and the poor dog they bought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say your suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. Sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms. Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all that. AOL Instant Messenger? Yup, that's what he was using. And I bet those were the pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her, her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look." Don't look, huh? Hanayome has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night, until suddenly he stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache. Hey, Christy. Do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Saiko killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location, but that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arc at the entrance. So, you're really gonna go? Yeah, we might be able to figure something out about Hanayome. Fine, I understand. I've had my fill of that forest, but I suppose we have no other leads. Back to the forest! Yoom! Soul power! No, I feel bad about being bad at this game.